We finished with lesson 3 in SketchUp, but did the openings only at the front of the house. Let me explain what the rest is. Remember, we have to accommodate a 12-inch height floor inside this interior here. So we set 12 inches, a 12-inch guide horizontally as a baseline, and then that became the sill of the door and the datum from which we measured the sill of the windows and the head height of the door and windows. So those are in place, and you ought to be able to understand that. This may be a bit high window for the kitchen, but we can adjust that afterwards. So what I want to do here now is to I don't think we need to see these guides, so I'm just going to turn off the guides, the visibility of the guides, and we're going to model the floor slab. So we have a porch at 6 inches and an inside floor that's got to be 12 inches. Let's make layers, floor, interior, floor, exterior. It's always good to overkill. Don't be afraid to overuse layers. You can always delete them or consolidate them if you don't need them. So I trace the outline of this front porch, which we're going to extrude to 6 inches. Triple click, make it a group, push it to the layer that we created for it, or right click and entity info, so this comes back up, and move it to floor exterior. Let's turn off the visibility of the exterior walls so that we can draw this other shape. Color right with questions, but I'm assuming you understand everything I'm doing here. I'm drawing a rectangle, pulling it to a height of 12 inches. Right. If I turn off the AutoCAD underlay, you can see what geometry I'm creating. Triple click, make it a group. Move it to the interior floor layer. Incidentally, I went to the exterior face of walls, so for purposes of prototyping for an interior project, it's not going to make a big difference, but just so you know, you're going to see the outline of the floor to the exterior. If you want, you could offset the interior of that floor somewhat. This is what we have so far in the model. If I turn on edges, back edges, you can kind of see a little better what's going on with this. Those are the floors. So do we have any other floors? Do we need any other floors? That's a big step to the rear, but we're not populating that. Theoretically, we should have a slab out here that's a step up, or a couple of risers. Let's continue with this because it's a short lesson. We'll start modeling the interior walls. What do we have for a height here? From there, 7.6. We wanted 8.6. I'm gonna push that up 12 inches. Thought it looked a little short. Okay, so we made adjustments to, you're always going to make adjustments as you go. Let's turn back on the AutoCAD underlay. Turn off walls, exterior, floor. Turn off the floors. Let's talk about a strategy for modeling the interior walls. It's pretty straightforward, right? We're going to outline the walls. Easiest way. Oops. Is to trace around them. You already know many ways of accomplishing what I'm doing now. I'm snapping to endpoints. Remember, we decided on an overall thickness for the interior walls. Maybe unrealistic, but it's provisional, 4 inches. Let's outline the inside shapes here so that we can subtract them. Notice I'm going past all the openings. You want to do that because we're going to create the openings afterwards. Select these guys and delete them. Then turning off the AutoCAD underlay, you can see that you want to make sure that you have a complete shape. There's an edge that we don't need. And then we're going to extrude these to the, remember we have to add the height of the floor. So it's 12 inches plus the 8/6, so 9 feet 6 inches. Technically, these sit on top of the floor, so I should raise them up 12 inches and make them 8 feet 6 inches in height, but we're suspending to some extent some disbelief here. Triple click all this, group it, make a layer, for walls, interior. I don't think I have that yet, and move this group to that layer. The openings for these walls are going to be done the same way we did the openings for the exterior walls. I'm using CAD drawing as an underlay. And you can see the start and end points of the openings for the walls. So if I double click to enter the edit mode for this group, you see that I can snap. I'm having trouble seeing it. Oh, you can snap right to the edges. Whoops. Try again. Edge. Something's amiss. Why am I not getting... Okay, and inside the group, hold down the shift key, snap. Stupid me. I turned off the visibility of the guides. View guides. So we have got like 3 guides in the same place. So that'll make that door opening. And if the door is 6'8", so 80 inches plus 12 for the floor is 92 inches. Put on our floor level 1 foot. Right, so that's going to be our door. 6'8" by 2'6". Oops. To the face. Remember, the height of the floor is figured into that. So in the interior, all we're creating are doors. I might as well finish this. It's not going to take long. Guide. From that edge, hold down the shift key. There's one. That line, shift key. There's that edge. "12 inches on the z-axis, 80 inches from that. Intersection of that, 6'8" by 2'6". Push pull will remember the last. And we need doors to these closets. Should be along that guide. So I think we can use the guides that we have in place. Oops. We need to get into that bedroom. So closet. Door to the closet. Door to that closet's in the other bedroom. That direction to there. Intersection of these guides. Maybe those walls don't quite line up. Let's draw the guides explicitly on this. Wall from the floor, whoops, 12, and then 80. Not sure why it's slightly off, so the walls may not be collinear. Don't panic. Intersection. Intersection 6'8" by 2'6", good. Push pull. Push pull for the door to the closet. We haven't drawn the rectangle yet. Intersection. Intersection. Push that door opening. And we have the door to the bathroom. We have 2 more doors to draw. Avoid midpoints. You want to make sure that it's indicating that you're pulling the guide from an edge. It's really important. Or a line that you've created. $92. 12. See what happened because I snapped to the midpoint. Edge. You want edge. 12. Okay. Intersection. Intersection. Always look at your dimension window there. That goes there. One more door to this closet. From edge to... I'm just creating a rough opening of these doors, right? $92. Nope, missed it. Edge. 92. This is oh yeah, we have it. Or the midpoint, edge, 12. Intersection, intersection, view, hide guides. Let's get out of X-ray mode and let's close the group of interior walls. So that's our interior walls, and if I turn on the floor interior, you'll see that the sills of the door correspond with the top of the floor, and that's what we want. Good. Very good. That ends lesson 4, SketchUp for the wrench.